This is Hawaii Sports Now with Mike Cherry.
For the final time, the Rainbow Warrior basketball team opened up WAC play. Tonight, Gib Arnold and crew hosting San Jose State. Hawaii opening things up on fire against the Spartans. A lot being facilitated through Vander Joachim. Vander here, kicking it out to Zane Johnson, corner pocket, 3-ball. Then it's Vander on defense. His block, jump-starting the fast break. Maya Ostrowski finishing it. Hawaii made 8 of their first 11 shots, capped in the first half by a big jam by Vander. He had 20 points, 14 boards. However, Hawaii didn't score for the final 4:35 of the half. But still, Hawaii with an 11-point lead at the break. Second half, Justin Thomas continuing his solid play. A pair of jumpers for him. Thomas with a career-high 27. UH opened the half on a 9-0 run to take a 20-point lead. But Douglas Calvin bringing San Jose State within 6. UH, though, regaining their composure. Johnson with the tray. 82-69 is the final. Hawaii gets their first win in a WAC opener in 6 seasons. Next up, 2-game road trip to Fresno and Nevada. Now, across the way, the Rainbow Wahine softball team wrapping up day 3 of the Paradise Classic in style. Dara Pagduan driving in 2 of her 3 RBI with a double in the first inning. Hawaii scored 6 in the frame. Pitcher Stephanie Ricketts struck out 9 in 7 innings as Hawaii pounded DePaul for the tourney title, 9-2 the final. However, in earlier action against Seattle, UH just ridiculous. Kaya Parnaby tossing 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. No doubt she was good, but her offense was lethal. First inning, Kyla Wartner driving in Kelly Majum. She had 3 RBI, and this is just a sign of things to come. Same inning. This time, Jessica Iwata poking one through the infield. It's one of her 5 RBI. Hawaii scored 10 runs in the first on their way to a 21-0 slaughter, improving to 5-0. And the baseball Bows hosting the annual alumni game today. Braylon Almodovar driving in Garrett Champion right there. Not much on the line in this one except bragging rights. Fans getting to see ace Matt Sisto go for 6 innings. He allowed 1 run on 2 hits. But one of the highlights of the day coming from St. Louis Cardinals rookie Colton Wong. The Kamehameha grad getting the best of Champion on the pickoff attempt. But the varsity, they'd get the last laugh with a 13-1 win. To the links. One of the state's top amateur golfers, Moanolua's John Oda, made his way up the Pearl Open leaderboard, knocking down the par shot here on the 8th hole. Oda finished the day with a 2 under 70. He's the highest ranked local heading into tomorrow's final round.
Live, local, connected at 9 o'clock. This is Hawaii Sports Now with Mike Cherry.
The Rainbow Wahine softball team had records on their minds tonight in the Malihini Kipa Aloha tournament. That's Charlotte Klebenstein rocketing a 2-run homer in the 6th. And while the offense would take care of itself early on against Southern Illinois, Stephanie Ricketts did the rest. Striking out 11 in a complete game, improving UH to 18-0. That would tie a school record for consecutive wins. And that's where game 2 of the day would come into play. Bottom of the first, Jessica Iwata just getting one past the infield. Kelly Majum turns the corner for Hawaii's first run. Now, this was a close one early, but the Bows shined as bright as the lights in their stadium, knocking out Radford 4-zip, setting a new UH record with 19 straight wins and improving to 19-0. How's it going, everybody? The old saying in baseball goes, it's such a nice day, let's play 2. Well, in the case of the baseball Bows, the weather was not so nice this week, forcing UH and Central Michigan to play a doubleheader in Manoa today. Freshman Scott Squire got the start in game 1. Top of the first, runners on 2nd and 3rd. He gets Jordan Adams on the 0-2 pitch. Squire threw 4 innings of shutout ball, struck out 5. His counterpart was equally good, but in the 3rd, Max Duval ripping one into the alley. Kaeo Aliviado putting UH up 1-0. It stayed that way until the 6th. Pi'ikea Kitamura with a shot deep to right. Now, this will be good for the sac fly. Zach Swayze makes it 2-0, but because this was a double dip, we only play 7. So, top of the frame, check out Colin Bennett on the run. Getting the out at first, take another peek, check out the dig by Duval. It's big because it holds the runner at 3rd. UH 1 out away from a win. next batter. Deep rip past third, but Kitamura coming through with a huge play, stopping the ball from going into the outfield. 1 run scores, but Kitamura prevents the runner to score from second. Bows make a change at the mound, and Brent Harrison gets Nate Thumison to ground out to Steven Ventimiglia. Harrison preserving the 2-1 win, but like I said, this was a doubleheader. So in the late game, Lawrence Chu getting the nod, but his day was not for long. Chu allowed 2 runs in 2 1/3. The Chippewas jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the second inning. UH, they got on the board in the third. Colin Bennett with his team-leading 10th ribby of the season drives in Ventimiglia to make it 2-1. The bright spot for UH turned out to be Kyle Dowdy. In relief, the freshman went 6 2/3. Get this, striking out 12 batters in the process. Twice he retired the side, giving him 16 strikeouts in 12 innings pitched this season. But it's not enough, as UH drops game 4 of the series 3-1. Bo's record goes to 11-6. It may be a day later, but make no mistake, the hangover the Rainbow Warrior basketball team has from watching their season come to an end in the WAC tournament is still around. Now, Hawaii can only sit and wait to find out if they'll get another postseason invite. Now, last night, Hawaii clawed back from a 20-point deficit to New Mexico State, pulling within 1 of the Aggies in the second half, only to see it end in a 91-82 loss. The Bows finished with a 16-16 mark, but optimism is running high for next season.
You're looking at 2 guys here, one of the best centers on the West Coast, I think, coming back next year, if not the best, and one of the brightest young point guards on the West Coast coming back. 5 of our top 6 scorers are 5 best rebounders. 3 guys sitting out redshirting right now. Some good recruits coming in. I think the future is very bright for the University of Hawaii.
Me and Van just coming back, be a lot stronger, a lot better. I'm gonna be a lot better point guard going into next season, getting a lot mature. So it's gonna be a fun season.
The current game plan for Gib Arnold is to stay on the mainland to recruit. If UH is offered an invite, he says he'll fly back to Hawaii immediately. All right, Pac-12 championship. Colorado's stampede through the tourney was kept by Carlin Brown. It's the Buffaloes' first season in the conference, and they claimed their first NCAA berth since 2003, 53-51 over Arizona. Colorado, just one of another dozen schools to earn berths today. Others, including Missouri, the Big 12, Louisville in the Big East. New Mexico, they upset 21st-ranked San Diego State for the Mountain West title, and New Mexico State ran away with the WAC crown. Don't forget, KGMB, you're home for the NCAA tourney next week. All right, finally, our best for last, going back to Manoa. At 6'6", Scott Squire, good pitcher, but with great hands. Check this out. Over-the-shoulder catch. Maybe Norm Chow has a diamond in the rough. Laying out for the great grab, and that is our best for last. And that's your look at sports.
All right, thank you so much, Mike. Finally tonight, after nearly 2 weeks.
And welcome back. With March Madness in full effect, the men's field was filled this afternoon, but not before a handful of automatic bids into the NCAA went up for grabs. Let's start in the SEC, where the madness, well, it already begun. Kentucky hadn't lost a game since December 10th. Vanderbilt hadn't won the SEC tournament in 60 years, but a 16-2 run by the Commodores in the final 5 minutes, more than enough to stun the Wildcats. Kentucky's win streak ending at 24. Vandy seals the conference title and that automatic bid. Meanwhile, today's other upset came in the ACC. Florida State looking to drop North Carolina. The Seminoles let it rain with a swarm of 11 three-pointers. Noles go on to steal the title. It's only the second time in 16 years a team other than North Carolina or Duke has won the conference championship. And no matter the losses, though, it didn't stop Kentucky and North Carolina from earning the top seeds in the tournament. Michigan State and Syracuse round out the other number ones. There are 2 play-in games beginning on Tuesday. For a full bracket, visit HawaiiNewsNow.com. Whether you want to call it dominant, unbelievable, or unreal, there are simply not enough words around to describe the run that the Rainbow Wahine softball team has begun their season with. Today, the chance to push their win streak into the 20s. Hawaii hosting Robert Morris in the final day of the Malihini Kipa Aloha tournament. Bottom of the first, Jessica Iwata finding the gap. Kyla Wartner, she beats the throw home to score the game's first run. Now I say first, meaning there's more to come. and it came by fast. Robert Morris can't get Iwata stealing second, but the cutoff throw home isn't fast enough either to get Sarah Robinson, UH up 2-0. Two batters later, the park can't contain Leisha Li'ili, the freshman's third homer of the year. Bows up 5-0. Even Ron Burgundy was shocked.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Thanks, Rob. And we weren't done. Still in the first. We go back through the order. Wardner bringing in a pair of runs. UH going up 7-0. The very next batter, Robinson again. This time blooping one into right, scoring Kelly Majum. UH scored 8 runs in the first, another in the second, to win by mercy rule in 5. Final score, 9-0. The win, improving UH to 20-0. Right now, they're looking for their 21st win hosting Marist College. We'll have a final score for you later on tonight. All right, final round of the WGC Cadillac Championship. Just when you thought Tiger Woods was hitting his stride, he gets bit by the injury bug right after teeing off in the 10th hole. Woods seen limping on the course. The injury forced him to withdraw from the day and go home. Meanwhile, Justin Rose would sink a birdie on hole 14 to go to 17 under. The Englishman beating out Bubba Watson for the one-stroke win, taking the title. All right, finally, the weather in town held up just long enough for the inaugural Hapalua run. At 6 a.m., nearly 2,700 runners attempting the 13-mile course. They made its way from Waikiki back to Kapiolani Park. The winner of this one, La'i's Thomas Huzi, who ended up taking home the grand prize of $5,000 in 1 hour, 10 minutes, 24 seconds.